Here we go. All right, we got a best of 5 between Fsol and TempoH. And I do want to go ahead and just say up front, I apologize if I am not saying Fsol's name correctly, but that's what we're going to go with. TempoH is going to get a hot start here in game 1. Nice touch there. Just taps it over the top of Fsol. Fsol. Like a longer O. Fsol, okay. I can do that. So we have Fsol versus TempoH. And TempoH, a player that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Hold on, reset, Musty. Pings off the post, but he will maintain possession. Fsol will keep pressure. And this is a first, you know, I was saying TempoH has obviously been on the stream many times at this point. A unique player with the Dominus. I think it, you know, just introduces something a little bit different that players aren't super accustomed to. But Fsol, we have never had them on the stream. I'm super excited to see them play. There's another shot from TempoH off the post and in. And Fsol, the first time that I saw any of their gameplay was, of course, on Fear's channel. And he had a great run throughout ranked. I actually think it was during the first, that period throughout the first major when all the teams were over in Europe. And a few of the players were, you know, grinding some ranked 1v1. A fantastic save there from TempoH, just barely diving back in time. And from what I saw in that video that Fear published was a very intelligent and grounded play style from Fsol. Not that you know, not that he isn't capable of doing more, but it just felt like a player that never overextended unnecessarily. It felt like a player that, you know, had solid defense, solid challenge game, and just a very high 1v1 IQ. And I think that's what it's going to take today to take down TempoH, who has been really on a tear for the past 3 or 4 months. I think he's been just really putting a ton of effort into the grind in all game modes. I know all of us here are very familiar with him. He's played on the stream 7, 8, maybe even 9 times at this point. He brings that one down underneath. The threat of the flick was enough to get Fsol to dive off the post there. Fsol wins the midfield boost and secures that back corner as well. He should be able to put this home. TempoH again with a good, you know, a good bit of hustle back to defense. Nearly making the save there. We're just over the halfway point in game 1. TempoH has built himself a 3-goal lead. And there you see it again. Instead of going all in to try to make that initial aerial play work, Fsol sent it high and then saved some boost for the recovery. And then you can see there a 0 boost shot. Obviously not the most challenging, but certainly easy to mess up. He's cut the lead in half. Oh! TempoH. The Dom gets the little chip just over the top. That's a big kickoff win, but look at the quick recovery there from Fsol. He's chipped it up over the top. Backboard's open. He does get the double, but not enough pace to work it past TempoH. A little bit of frantic diving on defense. And TempoH is going to put in a 6th. TempoH pushing the pace, just really making sure to maintain pressure at all times. Fsol just having a tough go collecting and you know, even beginning an offensive press. Now he's finally put something together. A couple of quick touches in the corner. It's enough to get an open look. Got 1:08 on the clock. And I do think that TempoH will most likely be able to hold on to game 1 here. Setting up the hook shot. Very dangerous with the Dom. Look at the recovery there. TempoH keeps the scoreline locked here at 3-7. Fsol, the big challenge win. May have an opportunity. An awkward bounce. You can't get that direct shot. But he does eventually work it past TempoH. It's a nice play there. Once he saw TempoH bite on the flip reset, he decided to just bring it down low. Go underneath. Now TempoH pulls the defender out. Just throwing shots at the target. He's not really even concerned with scoring. The back flip reset for TempoH is good for an 8th, and that will do it. Game 1 goes in favor of TempoH. It really just felt as though TempoH established an early lead and just continued to build on that foundation. Some adjustments to be made from game 1 to, moving forward here in the series. First adjustment, car change. Well, not car change, but car design change. Got the Stormwatch decal. And an aerial play to start things off. The flip reset to the near side is good. Just over the top of TempoH. Another aerial play. This time looking for the ground pinch or the wave dash catch to the far side. That actually goes directly to TempoH. He's corralled it down into the attacking end, but it's actually wide. He's got some work to do to get that on target. But now he's got an opportunity. Fsol just did not have boost to keep up with the play. TempoH slams a shot from the midfield. I mean, that is just magnificent. And if that is not a perfect example of what I was describing early in game 1, look at the ground game. Just so slow and controlled and patient. Knew exactly how to outplay TempoH. TempoH was positioned well. But ultimately, not a whole lot you can do against a play like that. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh, was that 4? 1, 2, 3. quad reset? And then the threat of the bump is enough to clear the way. My word. Tempo. In that one play. In that one single play. Tempo got more resets than I've ever got in my entire career playing. And I don't mean in one play for me. I don't think I've ever hit 4 flip resets. Maybe 3? 2 or 3, maybe? This guy just puts 4 together in one play. Tempo continuing to threaten, but Fsol has it under control. He's earned himself a shot. Granted, not very threatening. Tempo looking for that delayed pre-flip flick. Wow, I mean, this is just impressive. Tempo is playing some fantastic 1v1 right now. He's got control, pulls it up the wall. Back flip to knock it in the top shelf. And he's got another 2-goal lead. We got 2:44 to play. There's a bump from Fsol. Can he hustle this on target in time? He sure does. Well played. There's his third. You can see a unique kickoff there. I think that is, as I mentioned earlier, an adjustment. Tempo certainly having the advantage on kickoff throughout all of game 1 and now to start game 2. The nice catch from Tempo allows him to walk home a 5th. Early flick off the backboard. Just testing. Trying to put the defender in an awkward position. And he succeeds. Fsol just struggling to, read the play. I think Tempo does have an advantage here with the Dominus. And I don't mean that the car is advantageous. I just mean that the car is unique. That kind of flick that he got there with the Dominus, it's the flick is not going to be the same with a Fennec or Octane, which is what the vast majority of players use. I think Tempo, he has this... He just has this kind of wild card effect that a lot of players are probably not so used to seeing. Something unique about his style. Fsol has about half the tank left, and that's going to cost him right there. Most of his boost. Tempo makes a soft touch, keeps this locked in the blue half. He's looking for a ground pinch, sends it high. Confirms both corner boost. Catches the ball in the midfield and walks a 7th into the back of the net. Tempo is just playing phenomenal Rocket League today. Fsol fell off the post. Tempo spotted it, took his time. Came back down to the ground and knocked in an 8th. Fsol finally has possession off of kickoff. He's going to go back to the sky. Reset early. Looks for a cheeky pop. He has kept the pressure on. No boost in the tank. Needs to be careful here. Flicks high off the post, and now he's going to be countered. Tempo puts a 9th in. And with 23 seconds to play, obviously, game 2 is going to go to Tempo as well. Will we see a sweep? Or can Fsol make the proper adjustments to at least get one game in the series? Now that's a sling right there. What a crazy flick. Bar down and in as well. Very nice shot from Fsol. Unfortunately, it is a bit too late. He's got 9 seconds to play and a 5-goal deficit. Not going to work out. Game number 3. Oh, there's a big change. Fsol into the Finnick. Obviously, it's the same hitbox, but if you play Rocket League, you know the Finnick and Octane do feel different. Now, unfortunately, that is going to be a rough start to Game 3. Fsol, with a misplay there in the midfield, provides Tempo with his first for free. A quick response there on kickoff. We're all tied up at 1. Another low and slow play. A much more confident start in Game 3. Fsol potentially just needed to swap back into the Finnick. Oh my goodness, Tempo, the composure on the goal line. That thing was 60% in. And Tempo just stayed calm. Caught the ball on the goal line and began his attack. Now he's pulled it back to defense, baited Fsol in to an aggressive position in the back corner. Outplays him there in the middle of the field. And a wide open net for Tempo gives him a second. Oh my. Great shot from Tempo. It is off the post and out. Fsol has to hustle back the defense to cover the far side just in case that's where Tempo is shooting. And Tempo knows it, so he's one step ahead of the play. Slows things down, takes his time, finds the back post. Big kickoff win. Fsol just wanted to keep this in the corner, give himself some time to grab that midfield boost. Tempo's recovery game, I haven't talked about it a whole lot, but it has been very impressive. Even plays like that right there where he kind of makes a mistake to fly ahead of the ball. He does use that wave dash that he earned on the flip reset to get one final touch. Fsol with the fake. Drops it underneath. He's got a third and ties it up. Both players just ignoring that corner boost. I think each of them was concerned about the other demoing them. Were they to try to pick up the big pad? So both of them just left it. Fsol has definitely increased the pressure. He's got 0 boost here. Didn't realize that Tempo scooped the corner. And Tempo not going to be able to score, actually. Both players on 0 boost. Fsol does well to hold on the goal line. And now he's got a chance the other way. Good flick. Tempo's got it controlled into the corner. And now he begins to work his way out into the middle of the field. Finds himself back on defense. Another slow play from Fsol. Tempo. Able to keep it out for now. Again, Fsol just playing things slow. Not too concerned with forcing an outplay. Content to draw 50-50s, but TempoH's defense is so strong. He's just not making any mistakes. He continues to put up good challenges and eventually wins one past Fsol and has a chance for a counterattack opportunity there for a fourth. Fsol, 12 boosts, sticking around. TempoH, full tank. But the 50-50 falls directly to Fsol. And he's tied it up. Another aerial 50-50. Fsol should secure that corner boost. He's got to run, though. TempoH slams a shot from the corner. And Fsol knew it. As soon as he picked up the boost, he immediately started boosting as quickly as he could back to his net. He knew that TempoH would strike from deep. But that Dominus power put too much on it. Fsol, no boost. Awkward spot. Good control. Keeps it safely in the corner. Absorbs one challenge from TempoH. Big flick towards the orange net. An awkward bounce. Made it so Fsol could not shoot straight away, and now he's only got 14 seconds. TempoH with control, and the flick is good to the far side. TempoH, a 2-goal lead, 11 seconds to play. Fake kickoff from TempoH is going to run down the rest of the time. What a phenomenal series from TempoH. Fsol just could not get anything going. TempoH's defense was incredible. GG's to both sides.